that he's not actually that good at painting, and so he's been tasked by his father to go deliver, I think it was some fruit to the royal palace or something like that. So let's see where this goes from here. I've set it up with Japanese text to read underneath the English text so that any Japanese viewers can use this as an opportunity to help them with the English language. Or vice versa, in fact. Oh, Khaji, those fruits, could you leave them in the back for me? Yeah, yes, right away. Further back, people are going to trip over it if you leave it there. Sorry. What the? Who puts peeled saranuts in the warm room? They're gonna shrivel. I'm sorry. Aren't you supposed to be a fruit farmer's son? This should be common sense. I'm so sorry. I haven't been getting enough sleep lately. Hey, Khaji, could you come for a sec? Yes. You know the Lulu berries we got from you the other day? They're a little too sweet. Rather than toning down the sweetness in the kitchen, we're wondering if they can be grown less sweet. Hey, Khaji, are you listening to me? Yes, listening to you I am. And tell your father thank you for the strawberries, okay? They're exactly what we needed. It must have been hard with the current state of affairs, but they're Hey, you there, princess behind the counter. Well, what's going on? Oh, you found me already? Of course I did. It's going to take more than that to hide from me, Your Highness. You can't be head chef without having eyes on the back of your head. Boo! I never win against you, Millie. You're no fun. Oh, this sucks. Now I have to go home. Oh, woe is me. Her Highness comes here too? Wow. But what's with that melodramatic tone of hers? Anyway, as I was saying, we have important guests coming next month, so we'd like to double our usual order of Nakados. Okay, understood. Is something wrong? What's going on? Someone track down the princess! And you, I want an inventory count of the pomegranates that just came in. Yes, Mom. Oh geez, the numbers aren't adding up. I think she might have gotten us this time. Khaji, I need you to help us look for the princess. She should still be somewhere on this floor. Me? I don't understand. The pomegranates, Khaji. We need to rescue the pomegranates before they're all eaten. Rescue? Seriously? It's not like they're apples or something. You can't eat a bunch of pomegranates just like that, right? Maybe you can't, Khaji, but she can. She's perfectly happy to smash them open and dig out the insides with her bare hands. Her bare hands? Was she raised by wolves? I mean, they can't possibly taste good that way. That doesn't matter. In situations like this, don't expect any rhyme or reason to how she behaves. Just help us find her, okay? Go. Okay. Find her, huh? That's easier said than done. Where do I even start? Yeah, Your Highness. Princess Selphine. What am I even doing? Do I think shouting the name of someone running away will make them come back? On that note, is it even okay for me to be wandering around the castle like this? I mean, I technically have permission from Ms. Millie, but this is still pretty nerve-wracking. I rarely come so deep into the castle. This is a pomegranate. Well, what's left of it at least. That must mean I'm on the right track. Nope. Unless by the right track I meant ending up outside the castle. Huh? Wait a minute. There are more pomegranate remains here, and they're fresher. What kind of crazy route is Her Highness following? Also, does this mean she's seriously wandering around the castle gnawing on pomegranates? I mean, they're pomegranates. How is she even eating them? Hey, you! That's the third time you've walked past here. What's going on? Do you have an entry permit? Yes, I mean, no, but I'm looking for Her Highness Princess Selphine. Yeah, good one. Huh? And why would you be doing that? Oh no, he thinks I'm suspicious. I know where this is going. I'm going to be detained and interrogated. You see, I was asked by Ms. Millie because of pomegranates. Her Highness ran away with some. Oh God, I'm making no sense. It's over. They're going to arrest me. I'm from the fruit farm and I see. So it started again. The pomegranate war. You're from the kitchen then. You're not wearing the uniform, so I didn't realise. Huh? I'm not. Well, I guess I sort of am. Yes, I'm from the kitchen. I see. A word of warning. When Her Highness is hankering for pomegranates. The young man grimaces, then falls silent. What's the matter? No, never mind. Be careful, my friend, and good luck. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Okay, where's the deal with the pomegranates? The pomegranate war? What's a pomegranate war? In any case, I'm pretty sure she didn't come this way. Try inside the castle. And after another circuit around the castle, I'm back in the kitchen. Khaji, did you find the princess? No, I haven't. I see. Is everything all right? All right, haha, no Khaji, everything is not all right because today we suffered a resounding defeat. Too much time has passed, our pomegranates are lost to us. That's probably true, I saw the remains. I can always bring some more if you'd like. No, Khaji, that's not the point. This, you see, is war. Casualties, damages, all of that is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is whether we win or lose. Huh? I had no idea Ms. Millie had such a competitive side to her. She's younger at heart than I thought. I wonder how old she is actually. After leaving the kitchen, I try to head home, only to find my legs unwilling. Hurry up and go. I urge myself to leave, but it won't let me. I struggle against its enchanting pull, feeling half my mind wrestling against the other. Normally it's not so hard. It must be the timing. I just flunked my vocasp application yesterday after all. Still, I should probably get going. Needless to say, for those who have no business in the castle, it's strictly forbidden to be wandering around inside. Rules need to be followed. If I keep loitering here, I might end up getting a harsh scolding, or worse. But I can't. The enchanting aura is just too much. It pulls me toward its source. I walk into a stately hall, at the far end of which hangs a grand painting, with such prominence it all but absorbed the entire back wall into its frame. The queen of our great Kingdom of Rughzenhaide. Absent some very special circumstances, no ordinary person would ever see her in the flesh. I've seen this painting so many times, and yet it still makes my heart skip a beat. A lump begins to form in my throat and my nose starts to burn. I gasp, belatedly realising I forgot to breathe. The painting, very literally, took my breath away. Okay, dude, it's not that good. Queen Sela, she's so beautiful. Her golden hair accentuates the deep, unearthly blue of her eyes. A smile adorns her lips, so lovely it's bewitching. When it comes to beauty, there are some women who are the stuff of legend and history. Then there is her. See, this guy is smooth deep down. She is a painting, a mixture of pigments and dyes splayed across a canvas. Someone had taken paint and cloth and turned them into her. But if you placed a palette on a bedsheet, it wouldn't be the same. Only through a painter's hand does it become art, taking shape and moving hearts. Life is breathed into oil and fabric, transforming them into something more. There's no doubt about it. This painting breathes. It buzzes with verbalia. Ha. Normally this would have cheered me up, but today her gaze seems endlessly condescending. Somehow I feel shunned, as if she's telling me that I don't belong. Because I don't have the power to bring a canvas to life. There is a world within the frame, and I'm not welcome there. That is a place where the talented thrive. A world for the good and the great. Not me, no matter how hard I try. I'll never reach there. I can feel the blood receding from my skin. My breath quickens. Tears begin to well. Stop it, I can't, not here. But then where? Where can I spew this roiling frustration that's eating my heart from the inside out? Oh no, the more I think about it. You sure have been staring at that painting a lot lately, haven't you, Khaji? Every time you come, in fact. every time? Have I really been staring at it that much? Ah! Ah! Your Highness, what the... Filzeriu! Selfie the Sudden strikes again! Where'd you... Oh my god, you're covered in pomegranate. Your clothes. You look like you're wearing a costume of Queen Regan. I thought she was covered in blood. Of course I do! You can't eat pomegranate on the run and expect it not to get on your clothes. Why are you eating them on the run in the first place? Jeez, Miss Millie had us looking all over for you. There must have been at least 20 people, cooks and guards and all. 20? That's not nearly enough. You'd need at least 50. I do live here, you know. By the way, if it's pomegranates you want, why don't you just ask Miss Millie for some? She could put in an order with us and we'll add some more to our delivery. Okay. I'll think about it. She shrugs casually. As always, I can never tell what she's thinking. So, this painting. Why are you looking at it? It is pretty nice. Beautiful even. Yes it is, isn't it? An unrivaled masterpiece in my opinion. It's almost as if the real Queen Sealer is sitting right there, inside the frame. It's a little overwhelming, honestly. She doesn't move though, so she's a little scary to look at when it's dark out. Is she? I mean, I guess that's true. If I ran into something like this while I was going to the restroom at night, I might be pretty freaked out too. You're so silly, Khaji. I wouldn't come all the way here at night just to go to the toilet. There are closer ones. Is that so? I'm sorry. What kind of conversation is this? But it is a pretty amazing piece of art. It's hard to believe someone can paint like this. I sure can't. The raw artistic talent on display is definitely impressive. This painting has so much power you can feel it in your soul. It's probably the most realistic painting I've ever seen in all of Rughzenheide's history. That's right, the style of this painting is no mere fad. Standing at the bleeding edge of art, it represents a groundbreaking movement that presents a staggeringly authentic depiction of reality. Over the past decade or so, this style has become mainstream in the world of portrait painting. Apparently they're going to do one of these for me later. Seriously? Then again, I guess that goes without saying. Your Highness is about the right age now. Wow! A portrait of Your Highness, I can't wait to see it. Hey, they say I have to get one painted every 3 years until the coronation ceremony. Such a hassle. A hassle? Totally. I mean, you have to sit there the whole time and you can't move. And the painter guy just hides in this weird box room thing and you can't talk to him. Huh? Box room thing? Do you mean a small workroom? Sort of. The point is there's nothing to do. It's so boring. The painter hides in a small room while painting. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Oh, more importantly, Your High... Huh? I look in her direction, only to realise she's nowhere to be found. You have to be kidding me. How does she just vanish into thin air like that? Ha! After the delivery to the castle, I did 6 more. What a busy day it was. I ended up with a lot more left over than I expected. Thanks to the seasons being shortened, spring and summer orders are coming all at the same time, and it's a bit of a nightmare. There are way more cancellations too. They almost never happen normally, but lately clients have been cancelling orders left and right. I've never experienced a season tower activation before, so this whole situation is a first for me. There are those who lament a truncated spring and those who welcome an early summer. Some can't wait until fall. While others face a shortened winter to their varying pleasure and dismay, people have differing circumstances, so they all feel differently. Why then do I feel the same sense of apprehension? Why then do I feel the same sense of apprehension from everyone? Maybe it's a reflection of my own anxiety. My apprehension. Anyway, I'm done with the deliveries, so I guess I have some time. Time to what? To pay that place a visit. What place, Khaji? What place are you visiting? Well, what do you think, Misha? Is he fantasizing? We had some flawed leftovers and they might not be up to your standards, but if you don't mind. Bro, standards? You serious? What do you think, Riggs? Personally, I'm not sure if my standards are up to them. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have the guts to take a bite out of these. They look more like jewels than fruits. The nobles and their posh foods, they even eat different. And these are the flawed ones apparently. They look more like works of art. I swear, is your dad a farmer or an artist? Man, it's not every day a fruit makes me feel like a peasant. Seriously man, you sure it's okay for us to eat these? I think he's possibly a bit posher. Not that I do a good peasant. Yes, of course. They really are leftovers. If no one eats them, they'll end up in the compost bin. Rughzenhaide has no shortage of nature, but here in Rendell Forest the greenery is especially inviting. This forest is big and dense and ancient. Some of the trees here are older than Rughzenhaide. In a place like this you can find true untamed wilderness. Adorning the sprawling verdure are a log cabin and a minor labyrinth of ladders and walkways. All of which, by the way, is Riggs's handiwork. Misha, meanwhile, is responsible for the appetising aroma wafting on the breeze. Thanks to him, visitors are always treated to delicious and freshly cooked food. Tucked deep within the forest, this is a special place known only to a select few. It is a gathering spot, but more than that, it is a promise of tranquility for the mind and soul, offered to each and every one who sets foot in this space. This is our Perchwood. Here all are free, to come and to go. Yeah, wait, taste, white works of what? What's, whoa, wood on ya, warm. What the hell, Sonetta? Don't just start snacking on them. Let me serve them properly. You want to have them? Where you all? Don't just hand the half-eaten one back, you freaking miscreant. I'm trying to be fair to everyone. Oh look, Ritona's here. Hey boss. Listen to me, damn it. Yo, what's up? I could hear you clowns yapping from half the forest away. Also, Sonetta, would you please knock it off with the boss thing already? How many times do I have to tell you? Just keep it casual. Oh, you hate being called boss that much? It's not hate, it's the fact that I'm in no way your boss, so the term is fundamentally incorrect.
Oh, come on, who cares how correct it is? It's all about the vibe, the feel. You feel like my boss, so you are my boss. And that's all that matters. Right, boss? No, nothing you said is even remotely right. Hey, Ritty, lunch is almost ready, so come and have some. Okay, no, you stay out of this, Misha. Call me that again and I will actually vomit on you. I'm gladly have some lunch though. What's on the menu today? Well, I made a ton of cold cut chicken. There's some confit left from 2 days ago. What the hell is confit? Is that a real word? There's some confit left from 2 days ago and I just baked some bread. But most importantly, and you might want to sit down for this, today we got fruits from Oberg Fruit Farm. There'll be dessert after lunch. Oberg's fruits, eh? Fancy. What's the occasion? Is it someone's birthday? Nah, a while back I asked Khaji as a joke if we could have some of his fruits, and he took it way too seriously. I mean, look at this mountain of gems he brought today, and these are supposedly the flawed leftovers. We owe him big. Yeah, that's a pretty big pile. Now there's a friend worth having. I guess at the end of the day it's all about connections. The whole world one's on one. Mrs. Wood. Damn it you two, what is it with you people and your refusal to wait for food to be served? You especially, Ratona, show some damn restraint. Don't you eat this stuff all the time at the castle? At the castle? Nah, I eat them at home, courtesy of Flora. Again, connections. You freaking aristocrat, you'd better watch what you say or you might just spark a peasant revolt. Revolt all you want, I'll put you down every time. Ah! You! So it was you who ate those strawberries, I knew it! Huh? Oh, it's you again. I feel like I keep seeing you here. Why are you coming so frequently these days? Why do you care? I don't have to tell you. I was a member of Perchwood way before you were in Vasta. Membership isn't really a thing here. I'm your senior, you know. You should be calling me boss, if anything. Seriously? Ugh, give it a rest. As if there's any seniority with this circus of clowns. Alright, enough squabbling. Lunch is ready. Hey, gather up, it's time to eat. Riggs, set the table, would you? Way ahead of you. Brilliant. Alright, Khaji, can you get her ladyship? Oh, Flora's here too. What's she doing lounging around? I thought she was supposed to be busy. You're what to talk? Well, wait, you want me to go get Miss Flora? Why don't you try calling her? You have a comms line with her, right? Yeah, but we're not exactly close enough for me to be calling her for every little thing. I don't want to come off as being too familiar. It's better if you go get her. Okay, I'll do that. Would you happen to know where she might be? Near the pond, probably. Can't imagine her going anywhere else around here. Seconded. Anyway, the food's not getting any warmer, so let's start munching. Make it quick, Khaji, or your lunch will be cold. Right, okay, I'm off. Miss Flora, I wonder what's wrong. It's not like her to be late. As I head deeper into the forest, a thought occurs to me. What if something happened to her? What if she's hurt? No, it's not that dangerous here. What if she's in the middle of changing? The thought struck without any warning. Such is the nature of male fantasies. We suddenly get lewd thoughts sometimes. Okay, that's just how we work. It's not our fault. I defend myself against some non-existent detractor. Of course, when I actually think about it, that makes zero sense. Who'd just start changing in the middle of the forest? Then again, there is a pond. What if she felt like swimming? It's another sweltering day after all. Huh, what was that? I'm a disgusting perv, you say? Get my lewd ex-machina out of here. You know what? Why don't you stop being so right? Yeah, I'd be disgusted too if I were in your position. Seeing other people's thoughts must be pretty uncomfortable. Not to mention the questionable hygienic implications of swimming in the water around here. But they're just my thoughts. At least let me have some fun daydreaming. It's not like anybody else knows, right? No one's reading my internal monologue after all. It's all in my head anyway. I can fantasize however I want. So I proceed to fantasize. Ooh la la. Wait, no, you must be kidding me. Nothing. Come on, my imagination, you can do better than that. Get the guy downstairs to help you. This can't be happening. I can't come up with anything at all. Damn it, it's this heat, it's frying my brain. It's so hot I'm starting to feel woozy. The season tower's air conditioning can be a little wonky and it sometimes spits out waves of heat or cold. I'm melting. Huh? That's... It's Flora, right? It's Flora. It's okay, she's just on a swing. I find myself mesmerised. I was supposed to look for her, but there's no need. An irresistible aura draws me in. There she is by the edge of the pond, sitting alone on a swing in the middle of a small flower bed. Her face is a mask of melancholy. What flames of passion I managed to conjure sputter and die, doused by her expression. The air is thick with heartache. Here, sorrow and sadness reigns, staining the surrounding manor blue. Miss Flora? My desires all dissolve in the blink of an eye. It sobers me faster than I thought possible. Huh? Oh, Khaji. Something is wrong. Thick as I am, even I can tell this is no time for jokes. It's time for lunch, Miss Flora. Misha sent me here to find you. Huh? Really? Is it time already? I'm sorry, I didn't realise. Oh no, and I made you come all this way. I'm so sorry. Oh, don't worry about that. I don't mind at all. Miss Flora? I'm really sorry, but I don't feel very hungry today. That's understandable. It is pretty hot. I tried to get some thinking done on the way here, but my brain wasn't working at all. Really? Is something on your mind? No, not really. More importantly, something on your mind. If you want to talk about it, then, you know, I can maybe listen. Talk about it, huh? Do you have any family other than your father, Khaji? Any siblings? No. My mum died when I was young and I've been living with my dad ever since. I heard that they wanted another child, but I ended up being their first and last. I see. How is it, being an only child, I mean? Does it get lonely? Lonely? I'm not quite sure. I mean, when I was a kid, there were a few times when I wished I had a sibling. At this age, though, I think I'm a little too old to be feeling lonely about having no siblings. Haha, I guess that's true. Sorry, it was a weird question, wasn't it? What made you ask? Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. That might be the most unconvincing no I've ever heard. I want to help her, comfort her, but I falter, fearing I'll cross that blurry line between concerned friend and busybody. I'm sorry they made you walk all the way here. Why didn't they just call me? Misha didn't want to because he says he doesn't want to call you for every little thing. I think it's awkward for him. Huh? Awkward? Just call me for God's sake. Why even bother setting up the line otherwise? Oh, well, I don't entirely blame the guy. I mean, these days, one wrong call is enough to ruin your reputation. Unless you're really good friends, I do think it's pretty hard to gauge what's appropriate. Especially when it's between people of the opposite gender. Really? He cares about stuff like that? He's more of a prude than I thought. Just for the record, even if we had a line set up, I definitely wouldn't have the guts to call you. You too? Since when did it take guts to call me? What's the point of a communication system if you can't use it to communicate? Honestly, I'm a little hurt. I thought we were all friends. Well, we are. It's just that, you know, you have to consider etiquette and stuff. But if you'd like, I'll call. Yes, I will. I'll call any time. Calm down. Jeez. Okay, but a comms line with a noble. I'll quit it. It's so annoying when people throw a fuss about nobility and titles and all that. Can we keep the pretension out of Perchwood at least? In fact, I think we should put a stop to this problem and we can start with us. Huh? Let's start up a comms line. I've got lines with most of the Perchwood crew, but I haven't set one up with you yet. What? With me? Comms line? There you go with the overreaction again. Can we please be more casual? Casual with a noble? I'm honestly not sure if I can. I get too nervous. We really need to do something about your allergy to nobles. And you know what? I think this comms line is a pretty good first step. Come on, let's set it up. That way, if this kind of thing ever happens again, you can just give me a call, right? It'll save you the trouble of going on brain-melting walks through the forest. I don't mind that at all. I really enjoy talking to you. It's not every day I get to chat with a noble. Really? Well, I'm glad I can satisfy your craving for exotic conversation at least. That's not... I'm kidding. Miss Flora, is it just me or do you look more tired than usual? Maybe I am, today especially. If there's anything I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to. Oh, you'd be my knight in shining armour. Not exactly. I mean, I don't think a lowly pleb like me can give you any useful advice, but I can maybe hear you out. You know, there's a fine line between self-deprecation and self-loathing, and you're skidding dangerously close to the latter. To answer your question though, I've been pretty busy lately, so maybe that's why I'm more tired. Yeah, that must be it. Busy with your studies? Yeah, studies with a capital S on both ends. Studying before class, after class, for exams, for exam prep for the exam prep. Lessons, drills, labs and exercises. It's been one thing to study after another. To be perfectly honest, I probably shouldn't be here at Perchwood right now, but I couldn't help myself today. That's right, I almost forgot. When I first got here, her expression. Did something bad happen? Yeah, I woke up and I was still a Serenhide. Got you again. Come on, at least laugh a little so you don't leave me hanging. Sometimes I just have a bad day and I wish I didn't have to deal with, you know, my life. Everyone has bad days, right? I suppose so. Anyway, enough talk. Let's go eat. Maybe I'm actually just hungry and my stomach's lying to me. Who knows? Once I put some food in myself, maybe I'll perk right up. Right, maybe you will. Maybe she's just hangry. It's a thing. Dear Mum. I've been feeling sort of pathetic lately. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I keep wishing Miss Flora would ask me for help. Like, I know she's talented and accomplished and got her life together, and I'm none of those things. But still I keep wondering, is there really nothing I can do for her? What kind of men do people tend to rely on, and how do I become one? Are they any different from reliable women? Oh, I can't just flick that on. Sorry. Worth a try. If they are, maybe that's what separates the cool and popular from people like me. When women have issues, what kind of help do they look for? Or is it wrong to assume they're looking for help in the first place? I wish I knew what was bothering her, but she doesn't want to talk to me about it, so I can't even be an outlet. I can keep asking, but I don't want to come off as nosy. When is it caring and when is it coming on too strong? How do I tell? I have no idea. How did Dad approach you, Mum? Or was it the other way around? I'd ask Dad about it, but it's sort of embarrassing. I remember Miss Flora saying something about not wanting to be a Serenhide. She made it sound like a joke, but I wonder if she's dealing with some family issues. Granted, even if she is, it's not like I can do anything about it. Or maybe she's fed up with the life of a noble. I'm probably overthinking this. Maybe she really was just having a bad day. Everyone gets a little depressed sometimes. Speaking of depressed, I saw that painting at the castle again today. It's so incredible. It literally left me speechless. You'd think you were looking at the real Queen's cellar. It feels like she could just walk out of the frame at any moment. That's how real she looks. I wish I could show you. It does make me want to get better at painting though. One day I want to be able to paint something like that. I'm practicing every day and I keep trying to paint in that style, but it never turns out right. Maybe I'm practicing wrong. Do I need to branch out a little more? Do some more trial and error? But how? Branch out where? Trial with what? Sometimes I think the problem isn't so much skill as it is awareness. Like, I just don't have an eye for this kind of thing, so I don't even know what it is that I don't know. It'd be great if someone could show me a better way to practice, but I only have Adia, and she's volunteering her time, so I can't just keep nagging her. Apparently, all the people in the studios just get better over time, on their own. Like, seriously? Does it just come down to pure grit? Some nose to grindstone? Just put in the time kind of thing? Then sure, I'll put in the time. I'll put in as much as it takes. But didn't some famous person once say something about how doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity? I don't know if it's true, but it sure is demotivating. When you don't know, you really don't know. It's so hard. Is this just how life works? Whatever. I think I've done enough complaining for the day. I just started writing daily entries again and I'm already starting to whine. Sorry. Ishta. Me? What's that? Me? Excuse me? Someone's at the door. You again. I'm seriously getting tired of seeing your face. I'm not leaving today. Not until you at least hear me out. I did hear you out, you damn kid. Multiple times. And my answer will always be the same. You want an interview with us? Then go through Serenade first. We're not in the business of hiring crazies who harass me at my store. If you don't even have the good sense to go through the normal channels, we're not interested in you. Dad's shouting at someone. I don't even remember the last time he raised his voice. Oh, was that actual shouting? I just want to be top-notch fruit farmer like you, Mr. Oberg. I know. You've told me that multiple times too. Pastries, Mr. Oberg. Pastries are a plague upon the people. More and more stores are filled with cakes and sweets. It's an outrage. We are heading in the wrong direction. Shouldn't we be placing more value on the raw, unprocessed gems we harvest from the earth? The literal fruits of our farmers' labour, the true treasures of our nation. Instead, we're flocking like sheep to the artificial nonsense of bakeries. Have we no pride as Rughzenhaidians? We're so infatuated with the oven culture of foreigners that we're losing sight of what our values should. Oh, get out of here with your values, kid. You're enough of a nuisance without getting all preachy. Look, I get that you've done your homework on fruit farms. You lack experience, but you have the passion, and I recognise that. Thing is, there are rules. This is the last time I'm going to say this. Go through the established channels. Then come back to me. We have people at the recommendation office. If you can't even impress them, you're not worth my time. If you want into Oberg, then make like an Oberg. The least you can do is respect our rules and values. The Obergian values. Fine, I'll go through the proper channels, but I'll be back, Mr. Oberg. You can count on that. Holy mother of manna, the youngsters these days are a handful. Dad, who was that? Oh, don't worry about it. Just some kid who wants to work here. Another one? Yeah, and this one's particularly insistent. Kid acts like he popped straight out of a period drama. What with the door knocking and pleading. So seriously? Man, our fruit farm sure is popular. Yeah, enough to have people hankering to work here. A privilege, by the way, that you have but are throwing away to become a painter. Okay, I know already. You don't have to keep shoving it in my face. Yeah, just messing with you. What you do is up to you, Khaji. But whatever you choose, do a good job of it, you hear? I'm rooting for you. Right. Still, that guy must be crazy coming to our house like that. That's borderline harassment. Doesn't he realise he's being a nuisance? Nuisance, yeah, I guess he is. His approach is outdated, that I won't deny. And I don't want more people coming to our house, so I had to shoo him off. That said, it takes guts to knock on doors like that in this day and age. The kid's got spunk, and that's something I can appreciate. At the very least, his passion comes across loud and clear. So seriously? But he's got no common sense. He's just making life hard for other people. We can't be encouraging that. No. Hey, don't just look at me and sigh. I'm not the weird one here. What's the deal?
I swear sometimes I wonder if it's my fault. Did I raise you wrong? Or is this a sign of the times? Is life getting too easy or something?
What are you even talking about?
What I'm talking about is that common sense isn't everything. That is, assuming you're still young enough to run on blind passion and have people let you off the hook for it. Kids these days though, I don't know what it is, but they all seem so timid and uptight. Sometimes I almost wish they'd cause a little more trouble.
What? But causing trouble is bad, right? Isn't that why you drove him off? Because he's causing trouble for us?
There's good trouble and bad trouble. I drove the kid off because I couldn't let him set a precedent, but that go-getter spirit of his, you could learn a thing or two from him, Khaji.
Excuse me, Mr. Uffs. Wait, this voice, is that...
Oofs.
Miss Flora and in Serenhide's uniform. Is it my birthday or something? Oh, this Khaji, I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, I didn't expect to see you either. What's going on? Why did you come all the way here?
Vishal Vikole, Miss Flora.
Vishal Vikole, Mr. Uffs. Pardon my sudden visit.
Come on, Khaji, where are your manners? You might be friends, but you should still greet each other.
Right, of course. Vishal Vikole, Miss Flora.
Oh, you and your VHs, trying to sound like a noble or something. No offence, Miss Flora, but the boy talks like he's got a few decades on me sometimes. What brings you here anyway? You're a rare sight to see so early in the morning.
I'm here to notify you of something, actually.
Notify me?
Yes, lately we've been receiving reports of local rack bear activity.
Bears? Locally? You don't mean over in the farm ring?
It did start with reports of crop damage in the farm ring. However, the frequency of their activity is growing at a worrying speed. Recently, they've even started wandering into urban areas and causing damage.
That is pretty concerning. How bad is it?
Fortunately, it's been limited to property damage so far. Stores, warehouses and such. No deaths or injuries yet. And we want to keep it that way, so Serenhide has issued orders to preemptively warn restaurants and businesses that deal with food. Oberg Fruit Farm is of course no exception. If you happen to see any bears near your store or around your farm, please report it to Serenhide's Whitecoats immediately.
I see. Alright, I'll do that. But bears, huh? Their instinct is to avoid people. Rat bears especially. It's pretty crazy that they're wandering into the city. It's because of the season tower, isn't it?
That concludes my notice, Citizen Oberg.
If a bunch of rat bears rampage through town, it's going to cause irreparable damage.
Which is why we are requesting your cooperation, so that doesn't happen.
Do we know where they're coming from at least?
Based on the reports, we are fairly certain that bears are coming from the direction of Rendell Forest. What? Rendell Forest? Doesn't that mean Perchwood is in danger?
I see, alright. I'd better put up some sort of animal barrier then. A sturdy fence maybe. If you'll excuse me, I need to let the farmhands know.
Mr. Uffs, due to the nature of the situation, we ask that you refrain from sharing this information with third parties. We do not wish to incite panic.
I understand. I'll keep it within the farm. Will that be all, Ms. Serenhide?
Yes, we thank you for your time. Ishtalia Vilserio.
Ishtalia Vilserio.
Hey Khaji, do you have a minute? Sure. I have to say though, you sure threw me for a loop showing up in Serenhide's uniform all of a sudden. Your dad, he's against starting up the season tower, isn't he? I expected as much, but... I think so, yes. Cycling through the seasons does mitigate some of the effects, but it still shortens the soul's lifespan. For the people working in the farm ring, it's probably a pretty contentious issue. Yeah, I guess that's true. You can't mess around with nature to this degree and expect there to be no consequences. But if it's something the Governor King Valor himself decided, right? The citizens will support him. And the Serenhides too, of course. We'll always be at your service. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. Thanks. This kingdom will be a lot easier to run if all the citizens were like you. By the way, how come you didn't use the emergency alert comms line? I don't see any white coats with you either. Is there a reason you're going door to door by yourself? Huh? Oh, about that. The official reason is we don't want to cause a panic, so we're keeping the emergency alert line inactive. As for this door to door thing, it's a sort of like training for me. My mother told me to, and I quote, "You need to know Rughzenhaide better, so go out there and do some legwork." I mean, I don't come to this sector much, so I guess she has a point. Legwork? Wait, you mean by foreign, right? You can't seriously be walking around on foot. Sure am, and I have the blisters to prove it. My feet are dying. What? Why in the... That's not training, that's just torture. There's probably a lesson in here somewhere. Something that'll tie all this absurdly tedious work to some moral duty of mine as a noble. As for what it is, I have no idea. About the notice. You said the rat bears are coming from Rendell Forest, right? Is that really true? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. Isn't that a big problem? Misha cooks at Perchwood almost every day, right? I heard that rat bears are attracted to human food. They are, and yes, it is a big problem. Perchwood's in a terrible spot right now. Then we have to tell Misha. Everyone who goes to Perchwood is in danger. I already did. And you would not believe what he said to me. Right. Bears. Gotcha. Damn, they're strolling into town now. These are some gutsy bears. I guess we should tell everybody who comes here. Yeah, that's true. Whoever feels it's dangerous should probably stay away until this whole thing dies down. Go give everyone the heads up then, would you? Will do. You keep cooking. Wait, what's wrong with you two? What do you mean if they feel it's dangerous? You're the leaders. If you two stay away, everyone will naturally stop coming. Just shut this place down for a while. That unfortunately is a request I cannot comply with. Even if you play the noble card, by the way. Come on, Misha, don't put it like that. You're making it sound like she's one of those high and mighty types. Flora's one of us already. True, my bad. But don't worry. I'll make sure to tell everyone that the only people who should be coming here are those who don't mind dying. That way, if they keep showing up and get hurt, it's their own fault, right? What? Are you serious? What kind of juvenile logic is that? The point is to stop people from putting themselves in danger in the first place. If someone actually gets hurt, are you guys just going to stare them in the face and tell them it's their fault? People's lives are in danger. Do you understand? Your friends might die. Whoa, girl, slow down. There's just some bears roaming around. What's this talk about dying? Even risk management types would think you're blowing things out of proportion. But we're talking about bears. Okay, look, we're in the middle of a forest right now, yeah? Your bears aren't the only animals roaming around here. There are plenty more, and plenty of them are dangerous. Huh? I mean, it goes without saying, right? You can't expect to cook in a place like this and not attract a few hordes of hungry animals. That's... But it's okay, because we're used to it. I don't... how is any of this okay? Riggs, what about Ardia? Does she know how dangerous this place is? Yeah, of course she does. We're not in a park. This is a literal forest. I can't believe this. What if something happens to the two of you?
To us, eh?
We'll deal with it, right? Yeah. Oh, I swear. You might die, you know. Yeah, so what? Everyone dies sooner or later. When the time comes, it comes. That's right. Whatever happens, happens. Besides, if they're showing up in town already, what difference does it make? You can run into them anywhere now. If we bump into one and get mauled to death, then we're just unlucky. This place is ours, you know. We belong here. And we don't want to leave just because bears might come to say hi. But what about Ardia? What if something happens to her, Riggs? Nothing will. As long as I'm here, no harm will come to her. Can you believe it? Those two idiots. That does sound like Misha. He's got a way of setting his mind on things, and when he does, he can be pretty stubborn. And Riggs too. What's his problem? Doesn't he realise how devastated Ardia would be if he got hurt or died? He's sort of like Misha in that regard. They both have this, I don't know what to call it, confidence, inner strength. Inner strength isn't going to protect Ardia if a bear tries to kill her. As long as I'm here, who does he think he is? He can't guarantee her safety. But if there are sightings inside the city, it's technically possible to run into one on her firing route. In that sense, they sort of have a point. It's not completely safe here either. Whose side are you on, Khaji? Yeep. I need a way to get those two away from Perchwood. At least until this whole thing blows over. In that case, this is probably a bad idea, but what if you force them to go as a Serenhide? An eviction will certainly hurt some feelings, but... So you're telling me to be the grown-up here, huh? Just suck it up and do the right thing, even if they'll hate me for it. Sort of. Well, yes, I guess that is what I'm saying. I considered the option. But I don't want to resort to that, not yet. That's understandable. Don't get me wrong though, it's not because I'm scared of being hated. If that's what it takes to keep everyone safe, then I'll gladly play the villain, because I consider it my duty as a Serenhide. But I don't want to play the noble card, not for something like this. I can't be flashing my Serenhide badge for every little problem, or I will end up being one of those worthless high and mighty types. So say, Khaji, I know this might sound contradictory, but could you help me with something, just a little? You want me to help you? Yeah, of course, I care about your safety too, so I don't really want you going there either, but... I'll help! What do you need me to do? Should I have asked about what she wants me to do before I said yes? No, that'd make me sound hesitant. I'll let you know later. I have to get some stuff ready first. If we can't persuade everyone to stay away from Perchwood, then we can at least do something to make it safer there. Understood. Bears are generally nocturnal, so it should be safer there during the day. Anyway, I'll contact you once the preparations are done. No problem. I'll be on perpetual standby. Thanks, I'll see you later then. Preparations? Man, I wonder what she has in mind. And that seems like a good place to leave it for tonight. So thanks everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.